Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Hope you're doing very well. Just doing a quick video update in relation to Bitcoin and just some updates for what I'm looking for as we go into the weekend and into the early next week. So yeah, as it stands, so to keep it simple, we are in an uptrend. So as it stands, every sale we're getting, sell-off is just getting met with a strong buyback. So to keep it simple, what I'm looking for this weekend, quite simply, is going to be a reclaim of 645 and ultimately a move up to 675. I do still expect the bigger drop to come. I did think earlier this week we would see sort of another test of the 60,500 region. We did fail to get that, so for me, we are going to be seeing more of an increase in price before we come down lower. Excuse me. Right, so in terms of the Elliott wave sort of count, so I believe at the moment we are in a B wave correction. So what I mean by that is we've got the first impulse on the low, so you've got 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 5. We've then got a corrective move down here. We are seeing this sort of increase here. I mean, we could still see the retest of 60,500 if we do fail to reclaim this high here. There's a few things we can see basically. So if we fail to get this sort of move above even 643, we could still test down at 60,500. Come up here. So I'm going to go through a few different counts now. Yeah, just to try and help out with what we could look for. So again, when we're in this sort of B wave correction, there's multiple scenarios, so there's not a one ticket to this sort of target. There's a multitude of different ways to get there. So but basically, because we've had this sort of leg up here, so we can assume whenever you get a 5 wave up from the lows, you're looking for another 5 wave up from that point after the correction. This to me is not, it's not a 5 wave. You've got good volume. Again, the bull volume is stronger than the sell volume, so this is like a reaccumulation sort of pattern, in my opinion. So we could see this and that. This would make sense to me to try and take more sort of short liquidity and then sort of run it back, so sort of short squeeze it back up to the 667 region. Or we could reclaim 666, no, 645, sorry, and then run it up to 67. So even if you wait for that reclaim, you're still looking at what, a 4% move, 4.5% move. So again, it's nothing to shy away from. Yeah, so how would I count this sort of leg down? Again, it's not too clear. There's a few different ways you could do that. Again, the main thing I can sort of see straight away is we have got this expanding sort of wave here. So initially I was looking at a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, but then we put in this low here, which sort of put that out the window a little bit. So basically, when you've got a 5 wave down, you want to look for a move up, like a corrective move, but not taking out the lows and then straight down again. We didn't get that. So to me, that is not what we're looking at here. Anything else we could have, which would make more sense to me, try that again. Still a bit short. Again, not always going to be, too clear of what you're looking at, but again, you've got some form of corrective manner here. So I was going to be looking at sort of a WXY sort of correction. Again, doesn't look perfect, but again, we can always go with that and see, how we sort of come about there. But again, there's no denying this is a mid-wave correction. A B wave can come in many different forms. So you're looking at, let me just show you here. So this is the corrective wave. So again, you've got the first wave up, correction, second wave up, continuation, or we reject here, run a sort of order block here, and then we just continue straight down. But again, safest plays, basically you're looking at two options. So either what's that? Where was it? There we go. So either reclaim test up, or test down here, up, down. So again, you would long here, wait for that first impulse up, excuse me, and then just continue. But again, it's not looking too bearish at the moment. So again, I do think we're going to see that sort of spike up, that $1,000 move. Because what we could be seeing, quite simply, so you could have an expanding, so a leading diagonal here, and then this could be the start of the wave 3 impulse. So this would be the B wave complete, basically. The thing is, like, there's a lot of war updates, and it did throw a lot of things out of the balance. So we had a lot of so I think this was caused by a Trump update, this was caused by a Trump update, this was caused by a Trump update. So without any sort of updates, we would have potentially had a sort of a continuation. I think from this point we would not have seen this wick here. That to me was manipulation. So in theory we would have held and ran it up, but because we had that sort of wick down to take the liquidity, the account's a little bit of a mess. But I do like the idea of us having a leading diagonal here, and then it just sort of continuation up. But again, until we reclaim 645, I would sort of hold that long, and I wouldn't long here because you are at resistance. I would wait for that sort of reclaim here, then look for that $3,000 move into into Profit City. So yeah, I wouldn't short here, I wouldn't long here, I'll just wait for that trigger up here. If we do begin to sort of lose this sort of low, I'll then look for shorts down to this sort of region. But as it stands, it's looking good for the weekend. But again, you've got the SpaceX IPO today, which would draw a lot of liquidity out the market into that. Yeah, so a few things to pay attention to, but no, it's exciting times. I mean, macro, still looking for that. To me, right now, we're nothing fancy. There's no very clear direction. B waves, people tend to overtrade, but again, just long range low, short range high. If you flip the range high, then continue up and long it. If we zoom in, what I did sort of notice, which did leave me slightly bullish, is we have had, me zoom right in, so we have had a 5 wave up from the lows. So again, because we've had that, and this to me doesn't finish this wave here, this is potentially the start of a new wave up. So whether we get something like that, but again, as it stands, up momentum is the it's the primary sort of move for me. I do think we're going to see another leg up before we see a new macro low. So I'm looking for a reclaim higher before we see a drop lower. Yeah, so short update. I hope that's good for you guys, and you sort of do find some benefits for me showing the Elliott wave counts. I will do some more updates from other altcoins. Do drop them in the comments, I will go through them. But yeah, have a great weekend, guys. Great rest of your Fridays, and I'll try and get a video out on Sunday with some updates. But just remember the levels for Bitcoin this weekend, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers, guys. Take care.